So, in the past weeks, I've made videos where I go to the gym, I do my workouts, I talk about how my week, my workouts are going. But I realized that I have never made specific videos about my workouts, telling you what do I do and how I do it. So, that's what I'm gonna do in the next weeks. Today I'm gonna start from my leg workout, my lower body workout, and yeah, this is actually my favorite workout, the most fun to do, at least in my opinion. Many people skip legs, but I really don't get why they do it, because training legs gives you a massive testosterone boost and adrenaline boost where you're doing squats. Yeah, in general, I really like training legs. I find it really fun. So, without further ado, let's just get into the workout. I start my lower body workouts with some warm up, and I really suggest doing warm up not only in your leg workouts, in every workout, because if not, you're gonna feel your joints when you get older, that's for sure. I start by doing some lightweight reps on leg extension. I do 40 kilos for about 15 reps. You can choose any weight that you are able to do at least 15 to 20 reps with, and just to warm your knees, your quads a little bit. Then I go on with squats, but not before doing some more warm up. So I warm up my knees doing some dynamic stretches, and then I do some bodyweight squats, some squats with only the barbell. Then I start by doing squats with 60 kilos, so I'll do like 10 reps. Then I go on with 100 kilos, I'll do 3-4 reps, and then I find this is enough as a warm up, so I begin with my working sets. Well, when it comes to squats, I have changed my mind from some time ago, because I used to be super meticulous about all the details, because I had to do squats perfectly, but I actually realized that you don't need to stress too much about your squats form, because then you're just doing a progressive underload, because you're gonna stress on every single thing, and you're gonna have the fear of hurting yourself, and yeah, so on. And with this, I don't mean that you should do squats with a bad form. Absolutely, this is not what I am saying. I am just saying that you should not worry too much. Like for me, when I do squats, I try to stay as straight as possible, so that I am not using my lower back to lift all the weight. I try not to bend my knee inwards too much, but I mean, that's it. I don't want to stress too much. Squats is just going up and down without hurting yourself, and yeah, you're gonna like it if you do it correctly. I love doing squats, even though sometimes I maybe get angry because I lift less than the previous time, but yeah, it's kind of a love-hate relationship with squats, but yeah, it's mostly love. Then I go on with hack squats, and I recently changed my technique in those, because I used to wait way too much time between one rep and the other. So now I try to do reps in a continuative way, and this helps to keep the tension constantly on my legs, on my quads. You're gonna find them harder this way, and it's inevitable, but I feel more my quads working. Yeah, I also like doing hack squats. It's a really hard exercise, but a really rewarding one. If you push as hard as you can, it will transform your legs, trust me. The third and final quad exercise is the leg extension. We already did it in the warm-up, but now we're gonna do it seriously. So with more weight and controlling the weight, doing more slow reps. And reps are gonna be slow by themselves if the weight is heavy enough. So you don't need to worry about doing reps slowly. When I do leg extension, I try to control the negative phase of the movement so that I don't just bounce up and down. And then when I come to failure, I wait 10 seconds and then I start again till failure again. This is a technique that I've seen from another person in the gym, another gym goer that goes to my gym. And yeah, I've been doing it for about 1 year now, and I find it really useful to increase the tension on the muscles and the muscle fatigue even after failure. Then I move on to hamstrings, and I mean, for hamstrings I tried a lot of movements, and I personally like leg curling movements more than Romanian deadlifts and so on. So I do both the lying and seated leg curl. I start with the lying one. I do 4 sets in the lying one and 4 in the seated one. And maybe I will do 5 and 5 in the future, just to reach 10 sets for hamstrings. But yeah, there's not much to say there. And just to control the negative, as in leg extension, not bounce up and down and carry too much momentum. Oh yeah, one thing that I could say, in the lying leg curl, try to not lift your butt too much, because you're gonna cheat a bit the execution. You wanna focus all the weight on your hamstrings and not help with your glutes. After hamstrings, the last part of the workout is focused on calves. And well, if you remember, I said that I have quite a love-hate relationship with squats, but more towards the love. Well, with calves, I gotta say it's more towards hate. I mean, I tried a lot of calves exercises, but the thing is, you gotta do a lot of volume. There's no cheat code to growing big calves. If you aren't gifted with your calf genetics, and that's exactly my case, then you just wanna spam calf raises in every kind of way that you can imagine, and cross your fingers, pray, and hope your calves will grow. I personally do the calf raises in the leg press, and that's just because by the point I train calves in my leg workouts, my quads are already destroyed, so I found it hard to even keep my legs straight when doing the standing calf raise. So doing them in a seated position definitely helps me to do reps better, I mean. And when doing calves, I try to not go up and down in a fast way, because it's not gonna work your calf muscle. A lot of the momentum is gonna be carried by your tendon and by some kind of spring muscles, those that help you sprinting or jumping, and that is gonna get some work off your muscles. So when I do the negative phase, I do it slowly, and then I wait just a second before starting again with the next rep. Then all the things I have just said can be applied to the next exercise, which is the seated calf raise. It's the same exact thing. It's just gonna work more of your soleus and not the gastrocnemius. They are two parts of the calf muscle, so two different parts, and you wanna work them both. Some days, if I have time and if I feel like it, I'll even do some standing calf raise, but yeah, I don't always do them. If I have some time, then I just do them. Final exercise of this leg workout is the adductor machine. This works your adductor muscles and it can help to give some width to your legs. I personally do it even because I play football, and strong adductors are really useful if you play football, for all the changes of directions, for all the springs, all the lateral movements, and so on. You can do some research if you want to discover, but yeah. And yeah, for this one, there's not much to say, just control the weight, and it's likely that you can go heavy with this exercise because adductors are a really strong muscle. So this was my leg workout. It has not changed much since last year or maybe last 2 years, and that's just because if it ain't broken, then don't fix it. I mean, I have changed my upper body workouts many times, but with legs, I always found it working, and I always saw improvement on my legs, so I had no need to change exercises. Now I think my legs are quite a strong part of my physique, but it hadn't always been this way. In fact, I had to put a lot of effort and a lot of work to improve my legs, but now I am really proud of them. I can say all that effort was worth it. So yeah, you already know it by now. My advice for you is always train legs because you get so many benefits you can't even imagine them. But yeah, I hope you liked this video, you found it useful. If you have any questions about any exercise, you can just write them in the comments and I reply. And I will see you next week with the upper body workout, the first of the two. And as always, in the meantime, keep grinding.